Why should you join Garage Gym Athlete Training and the Garage Gym Athlete community, and what's new in 2024? This is the Garage Gym Athlete podcast, and we're here to build autonomous athletes and put phenomenal programming into every garage, basement, and spare bedroom out there. I'm Jerred Moon, and I'm with Joe Courtney. We are strength and conditioning coaches who have turned over 20,000 people into Garage Gym Athletes over the last decade. And we're here to reduce the information overload that exists in the health and fitness industry today. We're going to do that by covering relevant science and give actionable takeaways, not only from the data, but from our years of experience. So let's dive in. All right, let's dive right into it. Happy New Year to all Garage Gym Athletes out there. I want to do a brief podcast today as we're kicking off the new year on a Monday, January 1st, and really tell you why you should join Garage Gym Athlete, give you some reasons if you aren't already one of our members, and if you are one of our members, stick around for some of the new stuff that I'll be announcing. But this is a podcast that does very little self-promotion. We do mention joining our training every once in a while, signing up for a free trial. But in the grand scheme of podcasts, you're not interrupted by an ad every couple of minutes with a 30-second roll of somebody, me touting off some sort of product or supplement or whatever, right? Like, we don't do that. We also don't promote ourselves. We're not the best at selling what we offer. And I want to take January 1st, the new year, to reverse that a little bit, because I absolutely think you should join our training. If you've been listening to the podcast, or if you're just someone who wants to be fitter and a better version of yourself in 2024. So a little bit more self-promotion today, but also some announcements and new things that we're doing, because it's really cool stuff, and I'm very excited to be releasing some of it here in 2024. So let's dive in to why you should join Garage Gym Athlete. The first reason is this, the kind of the reason we always have every 12 weeks or so, and that is we have new cycles going on right now. I'm not going to dive into these very deep, okay? If you're new to Garage Gym Athlete or you don't really understand it, what we're doing, you sign up for Garage Gym Athlete, and then once you get in the community, we give you access to our training app. Inside the training app, we have multiple different tracks, and we've added new tracks, we've taken tracks away, and what 2024 is looking like is we're going to have our core tracks. Some things are changing, but we're going to have our hard to kill track, which is really just being about being incredibly well-rounded. It's for athletes looking to balance strength and engine, so your aerobic engine at a high level. That's what hard to kill is about. It's about being athletic. It's about being strong, having an aerobic base. It's my favorite way to train. So that's one of the tracks. You get access to all these tracks with one membership. And then you can click a link, ask our coaches to change you to a new track if you want, and you can change to these other tracks. Then we have Shred, the Shred track. So this is for athletes looking to lose weight, cut fat, and shred their body fat with a barbell, but it's still very athletic, and it's not just lose weight and cut fat, it's also aesthetics. It's more hypertrophy training, building some muscle mass, leaning out, those kind of things. So we have the Shred track. Then we have the Strength track, and it's for athletes looking to dramatically increase their raw strength. Now, everything that we do is concurrent training, but the Strength track is for athletes looking to bias towards strength, but still have some conditioning. We have the Endure track, which is going to build your aerobic engine and while building strength. So it's like the Strength track, but in reverse. There's still strength training on the Endure track, but it has more of endurance bias. And then we have 3 Block, which is a 30-minute version of our hard to kill track, which is our most popular track. Those are all of our tracks right now. Like I said, we've had more and less over the years, but those are all of our tracks. And what we do is we program 12 weeks worth of programming. We call them a cycle, and the cycles are broken into 4-week waves. And there's always a focus. Things are changing every 12 weeks for us, really every 4 weeks in the waves. And so if you really want to be a part of these new cycles, now is the best time to join, right here at the beginning of January. And committing for 12 weeks is awesome. If you can do 3 months of our training, you will see results. We've had some athletes recently who shared that they joined last January. They stuck around and stuck with it for a full 12 months, which I know is very hard to do in the fitness world for most people. And their results have been phenomenal, talking about PRs, body fat loss, athleticism, just everything. So now is the time. If you have any goals for your health and fitness, Garage Gym Athlete programming is the best. So that's the number one reason you should join Garage Gym Athlete. New cycles are kicking off right now. Go join. You can go to garagegymathlete.com, sign up for a free trial, and see if you want to be a part of it. Okay, so go to garagegymathlete.com, and you'll be a part of the new cycle right off the bat. And you can do this all year. And I recommend that you do. Now, the second reason that you should join, in the same vein there, is there is no monkey see, monkey do programming. That's what I call it. What is monkey see, monkey do programming? It's where somebody will see someone else with a physique or a large Instagram account, their shirt off. Maybe they're doing something cool with a kettlebell. Maybe they're running splits that you couldn't even imagine. You see them do it, these influencers, so you go do their programming. And most of the time, these people are just throwing out programming that they're actually doing, which is legit, like that's cool, like whatever. But the problem with that is they've been training for a couple decades. So you following their program for 4, 8, 12 weeks, even a year, isn't going to be that meaningful. I'm sorry. I hate to be the one that has to break it to you. But we don't do monkey see, monkey do programming. I'm a pretty fit guy. I'm happy with my physique, but we try very hard to make sure that the programming is not about me and what I'm doing or what I have achieved or what maybe I'm not cool enough. Maybe I don't want to fall in that camp either. I want Garage Gym Athlete programming to stand on its own. That's what I've always wanted. So we don't do monkey see, monkey do programming. We don't say, hey, look, I can squat this much, so you can too. All you got to do is sign up for my program and do it for 6 weeks, and you too will be hurt and injured because you're not actually me and you have been training for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. We just put out really good programming. We follow the science. We follow formulas. We follow mathematics. We put out phenomenal programming. So that should be the main reason that you want to join. We got new cycles going on right now, and it's not monkey see, monkey do crap where I'm just putting in what I did. Like, for instance, if I ran 3 hours this past Saturday, why on earth would I put that in my programming and you go magically run 3 hours? I've been training for a long time. It also took me forever to work up to that amount of time and distance. So why would I put my programming in some app where you can just go do the same thing that I did? It's just going to get you injured. It doesn't make any sense. Fitness industry is so frustrating. So anyway, we don't do any monkey see, monkey do programming. That's the second reason. Third reason. This one I'm really excited about. You've heard me talk about it. Body Geo 2.0. This is currently only on the hard to kill track for this year, or for this first cycle. But it's going to be everywhere in our programming eventually. Everyone will start to incorporate it in some capacity. So Body Geo is, again, I don't have time to jump into everything that Body Geo does, but I will briefly talk about it. So Body Geo, it does its best, and it does a pretty good job, on a 3-day-a-week strength training split to hit every plane of movement. There are 3 different planes of movement. Every muscle contraction. There are 3 different types of muscle contraction. And it does its best to make sure that it's balancing all of these things out across different movement patterns as well, movement competency streams. So within body geometry, like I said, there's all these muscle contractions, there are these different movement planes, and then there are movement competency streams. The streams there were 13. I believe there are now 16 different movement competency streams. Within these movement competency streams, there are 10 different movement patterns. And you hit all these things over a 3-day split. And it just, the cycle each week builds off the previous week, and it's getting you better and better. But it's injury proofing by making sure you're hitting the planes of movement, the different muscle contractions. And it's also adding in things that you want to see in a good program. That's not just like you're doing like this rehab program. There's isolation movements like bicep curls. I always argue with people who think that bicep curls aren't functional. Bicep curls are absolutely functional, and they make you look better, right? So there are isolation exercises in it. There's also power-based movements in it to make sure you maintain your athleticism, because that's the worst thing about just a true bodybuilding push-pull lower split is, yeah, you might be able to gain some muscle, but your muscle is going to be basically useless. You're not a true athlete. So we make sure that there's still power-based movements in there, explosive stuff, jumping and cleaning and like those kind of things. That's in there. Isolation movements are in there. Isometric contractions are in there. Everything that you need to be a really well-rounded athlete. And this is, I think that this is the best strength template for a human being to follow. Might be a bold move, but I put years worth of work into it, and it's awesome. And BodyGeo 2.0, I think we've been testing it with multiple different athletes and coaches. Feedback has been phenomenal. It keeps you engaged, right? Because you're hitting the same type of movement patterns. Like on a Monday, you do the same thing the next Monday, but all the movements are different. And that's another thing that sucks with bodybuilding style programs or whatever is, doing the same thing this Monday that I did last Monday, and I'm going to be doing the same thing next Monday, and I'll do the same thing the Monday after that. So boring. This is one thing. It's a strength template that takes care of you, make sure that you're injury-proofed, make sure you're athletic, and that you're building muscle, but it also doesn't get stale or stagnant. So we take into the account the mind of the athlete who doesn't want to just do the same thing over and over again. BodyGeo 2.0 is phenomenal, and I think that you should absolutely get in there and try it out. There's a lot of supersets in it. It moves fast. You can get these sessions done in about 40 to 45 minutes. We have small conditioning after some of the days. And again, this is on the hard to kill track. So that's a third reason you should join Garage Gym Athlete Training. BodyGeo 2.0 is live now in the app on hard to kill track only for this cycle, but it's something that you can be a part of, and it's really, really awesome. Now, the fourth reason, this is a big one, gigantic reason that you should join Garage Gym Athlete, because this is brand new. Programs. We have not been able to do this forever, but we've always wanted to. And so what am I talking about? We now have a program library. So I was explaining to you how the Garage Gym Athlete works. Like you sign up for a one membership, and then you have these 5 different tracks: shred, endure, strength, hard to kill. You can jump on any of these tracks, and then you can switch between the tracks. But the tracks do start like January 1st, right? That's when the program starts. So some people feel bad because they get behind or whatever. And I get it. It can be frustrating. And sometimes your goals just aren't always in alignment with what we're doing. And these have been problems for us with our athletes, because in the grand scheme of things, we just want you to sign up for the program and do the program as it's written. That's what every coach wants. But in reality, that's not how things work. So we now have a full program library. Right now, it has 11 different programs in it. It won't have 11 programs in it for long. It's going to have a lot more than that. Just to read off some of our programs. And so when I say programs, these are programs where you can just click into your program library in our app. When you click into the program library, you just start whatever program you want. And the full program's there. Like you just click on it, boom, I'm starting this program. And you're done. You're now on a new program. All your workouts populate, and you can bounce from program to program, which I don't love. I don't love program hopping. That's the only thing I don't like about this feature. But if you wanted to jump into one program, you're like, that's not for me. You don't have to wait for one of our coaches to move you from one track to the other like you do when you're doing track changes in the cycles. In the programs, you can move to whatever program you want at any point in time. So we have Accelerate Strength and Conditioning, which is a 13-week program if you include testing, where our athletes just had phenomenal results. The PRs, the barbell PRs, the mile PRs, just so many PRs. It was such an effective program. We now have it as a standalone. It's called Accelerate Strength and Conditioning. We have bare bones. So if you just have a kettlebell, pull-up bar, very basic setup in a garage, we have 6 months worth of training. You get it in there. Boring concurrent training. So when I was chasing the 500-pound back squat and 5-minute mile, my programming for the first 8 weeks right now is in the app. Murph Burner. If you want to get good at Murph, which is something I've been pretty good at over the years, put a lot of time into creating a program, you can do the Murph Burner. We have No Gear, so body weight only, 6 months worth of that. We have our most popular programs. We've sold thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of these standalone programs. What are they? One man, one kettlebell, one man, one barbell, and the one-man system. So one man, one kettlebell is getting you a lot fitter with just one kettlebell. One man, one barbell, same idea, same principle, just one barbell, and the one man system is all body weight. These are our most popular programs. I made a full-time living selling only one-man, one barbell for multiple years. It is a very effective and very popular strength program. We have not been able to put it into the app other than occasionally putting in a cycle of one-man, one barbell. All three of those programs are available to every Garage Gym athlete in the program library right now. And if you go sign up, if you're not, you can go access these programs right now. They're 4 weeks. So you can do one-man, one kettlebell for 4 weeks, one-man, one barbell for 4 weeks, one-man system. You can repeat them. You can jump from one-man, one kettlebell to one-man, one barbell from 4 weeks to the next 4 weeks. The options are endless. These are phenomenal programs. They will get you results. They're so simple, and that's why athletes adhere to them, is because of their simplicity. We have Women's Health Track, which is like a body comp for women. We had a couple of female coaches. Ashley was running this program for a long time, saw a lot of great results. We put that in there. We have an InDoc program. We call it the Human Program. This is where if you want to get started with energy system training and Body Geo 1.0, which is this phenomenal starting program. So if you're just getting into things and you're like, I don't know, this all sounds crazy, this is a lot, start with our InDoc program. It's 7 weeks. It will walk you through Body Geo 1.0, which is very friendly, very easy to do, and it'll ramp you up on energy system training, all the 3 different energy systems, and it's a great program to get started with. We even have another program called PR Madness, where if you want to set like a PR, specific PR, and 4 weeks of focus training, we have that in there too. So those are all the programs we have in there right now, and we are putting more and more into the app, in the program library. So this is why you absolutely should join Garage Gym Athlete. This is a game changer for us. We're now able to offer so much more for our athletes. So you don't have to just be on a cycle of endure, just on a cycle of hard to kill or strength. You can go choose your own adventure when it comes to Garage Gym Athlete programming. And we have so many more programs to put in here. Right now it's 11. Maybe even by the time this is published, there'll be more than that. That's a big focus for us in 2024, is beefing up the program library. I want to have programs for military, law enforcement, because I trained those guys for years. Maxing out PT test. I want to have functional training for people who might be going on hunts and those other things. I have friends I've trained in that category. People who want to get a faster mile time, people who want to look a certain way. There are going to be so many specific programs that we're going to throw in here. It's going to be awesome. So that's a big reason why you should join Garage Gym Athlete. If you haven't already, go to garagegymathlete.com, sign up for a free trial, get in the app, and then all you have to do once you're in the app is you can click on there's like a button on the side. It's 3 lines. And then you just click on Program Library. Boom, they're all right there. It's that simple. And so if you are one of our athletes, I just told you how to access it. Go access it. You can check out any of these programs. Like I said, more and more coming. And then if you want to be a part of it, go to garagegymathlete.com. Now, on that note, Garage Gym Athlete has been $25 per month since we started. $25 a month. We started, it's getting close to a decade of doing this. We have not ever increased our prices, but we are going to in 2024, okay? And the reason being is because of how much more effort and work we're putting in on the program library side. Not only do you have access to the tracks now, you're going to have access to dozens and dozens of programs. Who knows how many will end up by the end of 2024. And as that program library expands, I will be slowly increasing the price of Garage Gym Athlete. Might just see it at $25 a month to $27 a month to $32 to $35. It's going up. I'm just letting people know now. We haven't done a price raise at Garage Gym Athlete for a decade. I don't feel bad about doing it. But here's the thing. If you are a current Garage Gym Athlete paying $25 a month, I will not increase the price on you. Okay? So don't start sending me the nasty emails or whatever. That's not how I work. I don't just go in and raise people's prices. What we're going to do is for new athletes, the price will start to increase. Anyone who's locked in, grandfathered in, you're signed up already, you are a part of Garage Gym Athlete, your price does not change. But if you join later in the year, that will not be the case. The price of Garage Gym Athlete will be going up as we pour more time, energy, and resources into expanding out a bigger and better Garage Gym Athlete with more and more programs. So that is coming. That's the next reason that you should join now. Because if you're listening to this now, I haven't done the price raise yet. We're going to wait till we expand the program library a little bit more. So you have a little bit of time. Not a ton, but a little bit more. Yeah, maybe 2-3 weeks here. You have a little bit more time until we increase the price. So again, current athletes, you're good to go. Don't change anything. You get to access to everything I'm talking about. Program library, current tracks. Your price does not change. If you sign up today, your price will not change. But in the future, it will be more expensive to access all the same things. So price increase is coming in 2024. Now, last thing, the most important thing is the Garage Gym Athlete community. That's one of the biggest reasons you should join, because you won't just be sitting in your garage doing a workout alone, wondering how other people are doing. You can go post in the community. You can get feedback. You can post a video. We'll give you feedback. Coaches will give you feedback on your squat. You can post random thoughts and ideas about your garage gym, your training, your facility, whatever it is, because you don't have to train in garage gym with our stuff. You can train anywhere in the world. It just fits nicely in a garage gym because we're simple and minimalist with our programming. So the community is awesome. Holding people accountable, having some inside jokes. It's just a great place to be a part of in 2024. And we all know community accountability is one of the biggest pieces of achieving your goals. So that's the sixth and final reason you absolutely should join Garage Gym Athlete in 2024. Now, I know that's a lot, but Garage Gym Athlete is getting bigger and better in 2024, and I want you to be a part of it. So if you're already a part of it, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate every single Garage Gym Athlete out there who's doing the training, sticking with things. And we got new resources for you. We've been working on them. Go use them. Go check them out. So happy to be able to release that to all of our current Garage Gym Athletes. If you've been lurking around, you're not sure what to do in the new year with your fitness, Garage Gym Athlete is the place to be. With our current training cycles, what we're doing with Body Geo 2.0, how we're developing programming that just isn't what some incredibly athletic dude did, and now you're supposed to try and do it, right? It's programming built specifically for athletes to do. And we're expanding this program library bigger and bigger in 2024, so you absolutely should be a part of it. Go to garagegymathlete.com. Sign up for a free trial, and you will not regret it for your fitness and health in 2024. But that's all I have for this one. Remember, if you don't kill comfort, comfort will kill you.